Hello and welcome to the QuickBooks Integration Overview video. In this video, we'll review the following: connection and setup, sync rules specifically for QuickBooks, and finally an export out to QuickBooks. So with that said, let's get started. So let's take a look at my account before it's synchronized. I'm going to take a closer look at the areas in which information from QuickBooks would be populated. My employees would appear here in the people area, and all I really have right now is just my own login. My customers would appear in the projects area. Classes would appear here, items here, and accounts here. Now we do integrate with other list data elements from QuickBooks, including other names list, terms, and vendors, but they're not displayed up here. But let's take a look at QuickBooks. So in this QuickBooks account, I do have vendors. I do have employees. I do have a list of customers. And then my list data. I do have a chart of accounts, items, and classes. So I need to get this information synchronized quick and efficiently. So what I will do is take out this proprietary syncing tool that we've built. So loading it up here. It's a small widget that would be installed in the same directory as QuickBooks itself, and it works directly with QuickBooks SDK. We're the first Intuit Gold developer in the marketplace in our space, and it's action-based, so updates are pushed back and forth immediately. So let's get this set up. Clicking here, all I need to do is put in my password. It'll ask which account I'd like to integrate with. I'll go ahead and click Auto Detect QuickBooks to make sure I'm connecting with the QuickBooks that's currently open. So it'll make that association and keep it. Now I'll hit Next and Finish. When I click Finish, it's going to wait just a second or two and then kick off a full sync and bring everything from QuickBooks into our system. See it changing colors. So a little bit about the syncing tool itself. The colors, the branding, how it looks, that is all completely customizable. So here we go. We have the toolbar popping up. It'll let us know in two places here. It'll tell us directly within, and it'll tell us directly here in the syncing tool itself. So with both of those, let me go ahead and refresh the page. So I'm going to click on People, and I should have my list of employees, projects, classes, items, accounts. So I have all this information, and now that we have the tool up and running and we have that connection made, I can do things like let me create a new class. So click here, new class created. So I'll go ahead and create that. It's going to pop up in here. You'll see it picks it up and it puts it in, oh there it is, perfect, directly in QuickBooks immediately. So we can do things like this where, let me go ahead and let me make it inactive. So give this a second, you'll see it's sending updates, and I'll go ahead and refresh this page, and it's inactive in this system. So really, I can create something in one, it's reflected in the other. I can archive something, I can rename it, I can create something, and we have that action-based, real-time, bidirectional sync. So everything is in complete lockstep with each other, and it's immediately reflected in the other. So no waiting, no having to kick off syncs. Everything's here, ready and integrated with each other. So what I'll do next is I'll prep a couple of items for export, and we'll go ahead and do that live export out to QuickBooks itself. Alright, I have information ready for export, which includes both a bill and a credit card charge. I'll be populating these in QuickBooks. However, we can interact with other areas and create other items, such as a check or a journal entry. But for these, before I do the export, let me take a closer look at them. So I have a bill, where I have the total, I have notes, I have it tracked. I can pull it open and see everything's tracked here. I have it against a customer, class, make that billable, and the total amount. Perfect. Let me go to the credit card charge, take a quick look at that. We have it mapped to an account or item, notes, customer, class, additional information here. Go ahead and pull this open again. I'll make this one billable as well. And we have all the information in receipt here. So everything looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and export it out to QuickBooks. So here at the export page, just jumping back here, clicking export all sends these all out in one quick swoop. What's going to happen here is it's going to get picked up by the syncing tool. It'll tell us how many tasks it's going to process, and it immediately starts creating them in QuickBooks Desktop. So let's take a quick look, jumping over here, and let me go ahead and take a look at the bill first. So over here, I can go to Enter Bills, and we put it to the appropriate AP. I'm going to go back, and here we go. So here's the bill I just exported. I have the vendor, I have the address, I have the terms, I have the memo, I have the date, the due date of it, customizable, I have the account, I have the amount, and I have that customizable memo field here as well, the customer, the billable status, and class. So that all looks good. Let's take a quick look at the credit card charge. So here's the charge itself. We have the merchant, and we've created a new other name list item here for the merchant. However, we can also create a vendor, the date, the reference number, amount, customizable memo field, the account, the amount, this memo field here that's also customizable, the job, billable status, and class. So with all that, we're able to just immediately populate everything and create it directly here in QuickBooks Desktop. And that's sort of the whole idea of our syncing methodology and ethos. What we want to do is create a seamless bidirectional sync that works in real time, and it works whenever I create or do something. So create something new, pops up in the other system. Make a modification, that action is immediately caught and reflected in the other system. Export something out, have everything populated exactly how you need it.